boys and girls. Today we are on lesson 9, and what we're going to be doing, we're going to continue learning to measure in centimeters and meters, but today we are actually going to get to practice measuring with string. So I want you to take a look at the lines that I have on the floor. Okay? Now, the first line, it starts here and it kind of wiggles its way down here. The next line, it's sort of like a zigzag. Okay? This is line A. This is line B. Now we can see that line B is the longest line. So let's practice doing this. Crisscross applesauce, please. Wesley, crisscross applesauce. So with the person that's next to you, okay, maybe some of you guys will have to have 3 in a group. That's okay. I want you to make an estimate or a guess. Remember we said that an estimate is a guess. What is an estimate, boys and girls?
A guess.
Okay, so let's make an estimate of how long do you think this line is. Talk to your partner. Go. You have her and you have her. Talk to them. Talk to your partner.
I'll say 20. So 30. 40, so 30. No, 40. Yeah. 10, 20, 30. 40. 20, 30, 40. No, this don't be 10, 20.
I didn't do that. I just did this.
Wait. You do your partner.
All right, please come back to me in 3, 2, 1. Crisscross applesauce. So I do want to point out something very important that I saw Aaron doing. Aaron was actually trying to use his pinky. Why did you use your pinky? Can you tell us?
Because I'll try to estimate.
You were trying to estimate what?
The line
Now, notice that he was using his pinky as a benchmark or just to get an idea of how long it might be. Now, I want you guys to think about this. We used our pinky. Look at your pinky nail. Look at your pinky nail. We said that our pinky nail is about the size of a centimeter. Now, we also talked about another measurement. Look at me so you can remember. If you know what it is, I want you to say it. Say it.
Meters.
Meters. Okay. So if we look at this, look at the lines. And I want you to think in your head, don't speak, think. What would be a better way to measure these lines? Is it better if I use my pinky? Or is it better if I use a meter? Who would like to tell me what the quiet is? Aaron, what do you think would be best to use? An estimate of what? Using centimeters or meters? Centimeters? Meters. Well, if someone disagrees, raise your hand and then Aaron can call on them and then maybe they can explain their thinking. Pick someone. Marcus, what do you think? You think we should use meters? Why should we use meters? Why don't you call on someone else to build upon what you said? Why should we use meters? I think you're right, but I want someone to explain why. Noah, why? Okay, that's a good answer. It's better to use meters. What do you want to add, Eileen?
It's better to use a meter because if you're using your pinky, it might take you like 20 minutes or like an hour.
Oh, it would take you a long time. What do you guys do? You think it would take us long if we did that, boys and girls? If we try to measure that long line and we use our pinky? That would take a long time, right? So let me remind you. Let me remind you what a meter looks like.
That's what I was doing.
Okay, this is a meter stick. Okay, now that you remember what a meter looks like, I want you to think about how long do you think these lines are? Talk to your partner again. Go. You can talk to Wesley. This is a meter. Let's use this as our benchmark. Think about it. We're using this ruler. How many of these do you think it is? Alright. Come back to me in 3, 2, and 1. Please show me crisscross applesauce. Wesley. Time's up. Alright, with a quiet hand, who would like to give me their estimate or their guess for line A, the one that's kind of more of a wavy line? Munir, how long do you think it is? You think it's 1 meter with 20 centimeters? So almost 2 meters? Eileen, what do you think? So you're saying it's 80 to 90 centimeters? So, okay, that's almost as long as a meter. Marcus?
I think
20 to 30 what? So do you think that line is 20 to 30 centimeters? Anybody else? What do you think, Alexis? Let me speak, let me speak. How long? You think 20 to 40? Okay. Now let's talk about the other line, the one that's like in a zigzag form. Okay, can you come back a little bit so we can see where the line starts? Thank you. Look at the zigzag line. Again, look at my meter stick. Look at the line. How long, how many meters? Let's take an estimate of how long we think the zigzag line is. Talk to your partner. Go. Okay, so Noel, you can talk to your partner. Talk to Ricardo. Now remember, we're using our meter stick.
Okay, a meter will be like right
Talk
here.
about meters.
So, no,
You have an estimate, Jose? Take a seat.
It's fun. No, a meter will be like right here, right here. No, right here.
Okay. Come back to me in 3, 2, 1. Crisscross applesauce, and your mouth is closed. I'm still waiting for those students over there. Okay. Now I noticed another student, he said, okay, we have to measure in meters, so I'm going to try to get an idea by using my hands like this. We said that a meter is about as long as when you stretch out your hands. So, Rikai, how many meters do you think our zigzag line is?
80.
80 meters? Okay, so now remember, 80 is the big one, the long one. Okay? Thank you, Rikai, for your estimate. Noel, what do you think? Okay, so let's think about that. Noel, what you're telling me and Rikai, what you're telling me, ladies and gentlemen, if you say it's 80 meters or 90 meters, you're telling me that the blue line is as long as if I were to take 90 or 80 of these and put them together. So do you think that would be a little bit too long? Okay, so anybody else? Wesley, how many meters?
96.
How many of these? How many of these? How many meters do you think it would take to measure that line? Okay, so we have.
Oh wait, no.
How many?
I just thought it was talking about.
Give me number 2. Okay, 2 meters. Okay, Kaden, how many? Noah, get in your spot. 20? So 20 of these would fit on the line? Or would that be too much? 2? Okay, we have another person who said 2 meters. Cindy, what do you think? How much? 1 meter. Okay, anybody else that has a final one? Sayla? 100 of these? 100 meters like that? That would equal the line? No, I think smaller. Gianna, what do you think? 3 meters. Okay, we got our estimate. Eyes up here, please. Crisscross applesauce. Wesley, I'd like for you to participate with us by following directions. Okay. Jose, take a seat. So everybody say the word estimate. Estimate. Okay, we said that an estimate is our guess. We take a guess. Now I want to show you something. I have some yarn here, and I have some tape. Now, I want to use the yarn to help me figure out how long the lines on the floor are. What can I do with this to help me measure the lines? Who would like to talk to me? Destiny, what do you think? How can I use the yarn to help me figure out the line? What do you think I should do? Show me. Like, how would you do it? Can you show me? Wesley, please say crisscross applesauce. How would you do it? Okay, so let's get the tape. How would you do it? Okay, so she's taping it at the front. Then what? Okay. Can you guys sit back so that everyone can sit? Crisscross applesauce. Okay, make sure it's lined up. How would you do it? Okay. Okay. Go ahead and tape it. So like that. Okay. So I want you guys to notice something that she did. Some students, they might want to measure it going like this. Can you say crisscross applesauce, please? There are other students who want to see. Like this. But is my line, is the tape line straight?
No.
No. So when I measure, I want to take the string and I want to make sure that it's following the same pattern as the line. So then, now that I know how long my string is, Rikai, can you help me out? Can you hold the ruler? And then, Mariah, come on up. I want you to help me measure how long the line is with the stick. So, Rikai, hold it like that. And then show us how would you measure that string on the ruler. The rest of you, watch how she measures and then show me a quiet yes or a no if you agree. She's going to do it. Wait patiently. Okay, so she lined it up at the top. Very good. You might need another piece, so let's figure that one out. Oh, it's there. Okay, let's see. So Mariah, look at how the tape happens. Look at how the tape is perfectly fitting. So, Melinda, look at the string over there. Thank you, Mariah. Go ahead and take a seat. How long do you think that line was? Look at the string. Can you show it to her, Rikai? How long is it? Look at the string. Okay, Melinda needs some help. Someone help her out. Eileen, how long? Yes. So my wavy line, even though it's not a straight line, it's 1 meter. Look. Thank you, Ricardo. Look. Yes. Notice that my string, no, don't touch it. Notice that my string goes from here to here, and this is a meter stick. Eyes up here in 3, 2. Wesley, I'm going to have you flip up if you don't settle down. Okay. Now, I cannot fit the string up here because my board is not that big. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a picture that represents 1 meter, okay? And that's called a tape, we call it a tape drawing. Now there's no real tape, but we just call it tape drawing. So line A, the one that's the wavy one, we figured out that it measures 1 meter. So I'm going to draw my tape diagram, and then I learned that when I measure it out, it's 1 meter. This is called a tape diagram, okay? Or a tape picture. Now we're going to do the same thing with the squiggly, the zigzag one. We estimated that it's 80 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter, or 3 meters.
80 meters?
Yes. So I'm going to need, can you two help me out measure? Okay. Rikai, can you take this to the front? Now we're going to use the same strategy to measure the zigzag line. Okay, tape it at the top. This one's going to need more tape. So Noah, you tape it down at the next spot.
Can everybody say crisscross applesauce?
Yes, please say crisscross applesauce. You get to take another section. Alina, you get to take another section. Wesley, take a section. Okay, so notice that Rikai, look at how he is aligning it. Okay, so you're going to have to move it and tape it down a few times, and you're going to use string. Okay, when you put your tape down, go take a seat. Thank you, Alina. Okay, next person, put your tape down. They're moving back. Wait a second. Okay, Noah, you put your tape? Put your tape. Okay. Okay, thank you, Rikai. Okay, Kaden, put your piece of tape. Put your piece of tape. Eileen, go put a piece of tape. Go down here so you can see where they're at. Okay, no negative comments. Help them out. If they're not getting it right, help them out. Okay, so they're still measuring with the string. We're using a lot of string. Almost there. It might need some extra pieces of tape. So if you have a piece of tape, go ahead and put it. Okay, fix it.
It's crowded over here. We need scissors. Ow. I need a cut.
Thank you. Okay. Everybody back.
Ow.
Okay. Thank you, Destiny. So it looks like we might might be needing some extra tape because
Over
over there it's not working.
It's not right here.
There you go. You guys are problem solving. We need some extra tape. Let's finish taping. Careful. There you go. Tape it down somewhere. Awesome. Okay, everybody back. Alright.
Oh, really?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, use kindness and help a classmate out. Don't get mad at them. They just need some help. Okay, that's fine. Leave it where it's at.
We need some scissors.
Leave it. No. Leave the scissors. Everybody back in their places in 3, 2, 1.
We need scissors.
And 0. Okay, I'm going to comment on something that I'm noticing. Turn off your voice. I do not like it how some students are not being patient with the other students who might be trying to take down. Okay, when we make comments like that, it makes people feel bad and it doesn't make them want to participate. If you notice that someone next to you might be struggling, or like in this case, putting down the tape, don't get mad at them. Don't make them feel like they're not doing a good job. Help them out. We're here to learn together. Use kindness. Okay, here we go with the next part. Leave it like that. So now, we take down the squiggly line. All right, now we're going to measure it. So, Candy, go ahead and stand up. I need you guys back in your spot, first of all. Okay. We need to figure out how many meters is this line. Kaden, stand up.
What about me?
Okay, let's start taking this out. All right, Kaden, here we go. We're going to cut it in pieces. Melinda, can you give me my scissors? Wait, no. Everybody in their spot. Everybody in their spot. Destiny. Destiny and everyone touching the string. Let it go. Okay. Let's start by seeing how many meters we get. Okay, Kaden. Attach this to the top. Line it up with the 0. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go all the way down. Where would I stop? Tell me when to stop. Where would I cut? Okay, go ahead and cut it. Okay. How many meters is this, class? 1 meter. Noah, can you hold this for me? Melinda, come on up. Your turn. Let's see how many more meters we can get out of this string. So again, we're going to put it at the top. Okay, line it up. Where would you cut it? Where would you cut it? Yeah, hold it. You can hold it. How many is that now? No, 2 meters.